Morning guys. Well, what have I done? We have, according to the HEMA, 86.3 kilometres to go. My fuel gauge says I have 65 kilometres left in the tank. Things are not good. Oh well, looks like these feet are made for walking. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to walk to the servo and see if I can get a jerry and come back and top the car up. Oh well, could be worse. Could be raining. I'll keep you informed. So, it happened. Luckily though, I pulled over with I think 17 kilometres left in the tank. That way I didn't run it dry. Got out of the car within 2 minutes. I had a lovely South American couple pick me up and take me to the servo. I got to the servo and no diesel. They told me that the diesel would be there at lunchtime. So there was emus there and a camel, and I had a look around the shop and all that sort of stuff. Went to the toilet, come out, waited a bit longer, and lo and behold, the truck pulled up. Unloaded his diesel. I got myself 15 litres, cost me $45. And a French couple picked me up on the side of the road and brought me back. So we're on the road, filling up. We'll go and top up once we get to Uluru Roadhouse.
So and where are we now?
We're at Mount Ebenezer Roadhouse, which closed in 2019. So don't pull up here for fuel.
Learn by other people's mistakes. Hey?
Yes, Roz. Told you we should have filled up down the road.
Don't listen to Roz. She doesn't know anything.
Well, we're back on the road again. We're on the Stewart Highway and we're heading out to Lambert, the dead centre of Australia, or the geographical centre of Australia. Just filled up at the Uluru Roadhouse at $2.93 per litre, $555. Not cheap. And apparently out at Mount Dare it's $3.05 a litre. I'd hate to think what it is down the road. Oh well, want to do this travel, we've got to pay, don't we?
Hey guys, we've just pulled up to Culgera pub before we head off on the Fink Road out to Lambert, centre of Australia.
We'll go in and check the pub out, and there's a clothesline here full of runners. I might be able to get myself a new pair of shoes.
Yeah, I'll turn the camera around and give you a look. Check that out. Okay, here we have the Culgera pub. It's on the corner of the Stewart Highway and Fink Road. We're turning off onto Fink Road, heading out to Lambert, dead centre of Australia. Let's go into the bar. Well guys, this is the Fink Road heading out towards Lambert, the dead centre of Australia. Red dirt road with lots of dust. We've turned off Fink Road onto the road out to Lambert. It's 12 kilometres from the turn off. Sandy, so make sure you reduce that tyre pressure and I'll give you a look at the road. A little bit bumpy. What speed are you doing, Dave?
I'm sitting 28.
Some people say bring your van out here, some people say don't. Road's not too bad. I'll probably have a little bit of a mess in the caravan, but that's part of the adventure. Got another van behind us. Off there on the edge. Oh, hey, just don't fall off the edge, baby. You might have to reverse and go the other way. Do you need me to jump out or anything?
It's tight, is it?
Yeah, just a little bit. We're just going to take the other track.
Yeah, right, yeah, you want me to back a bit more?
Oh no, you're right.
You're right, you can keep coming back.
Yeah, that eye track's no good, mate.
Yeah, I'll follow you in there, yep.
Yeah, so we had to just reverse up there because one of the tracks was a little bit narrow and there's a bit of a drop off on one edge, so we've come down the right hand side, but now it's back onto the same track anyway. Coming out on short destination. Yes.
Oh.
Here goes Dave.
There might be a...
Climbing into the toilet vent.
Good job.
Oh!
Holy
Maybe
fuck.
fucking keys in here.
Just unlock the door. Oh well, at least I'm not sleeping in the swag tonight.
Yeah.
Where is he?
What drawer?
Woohoo!
What drawer?
Behind you. Yay!
Got him!
You want to say anything?
Fuck no. Hey guys, well that was an eventful day. So obviously we started the day off and of course we ran out of fuel. Then we got to the service station and they had no fuel. So I had to wait for the truck to come in. We got the fuel and we finally got on the road. We made it all the way out to the dead centre of Australia and got out of the car to have a good look around, left the keys in the car and lo and behold, locked itself. So here we are, stuck in the dead centre of Australia with no communication because one, the phone was in the car, but there's no comms out here anyway. We couldn't get into the caravan because the caravan keys were in the car. We couldn't get into the car because the car keys were in the car. So we had no tools, we had absolutely nothing. Then, to my amusement, we met Matt and Cheryl. Come over here. Hey Matt, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good, mate, good.
Cheryl, come on, you can jump in too. Right, so these guys came to our rescue. Obviously, being Cessnock locals, Matt had some pretty good skills at hand. We were able to go off and find some wire, and Matt was able to break into the ram and unlock the ram with some wire that we found out in the bush. Mind you, we had to drive, what, 20 minutes, 24
Yeah,
minutes.
something like that, yeah.
Just to find some, because there's no fences at all out here. So if ever you're out in the Red Centre or out in the centre of Australia, don't lock your keys in the car or have someone from Cessnock hanging around.
It's a pleasure, mate. Nothing worse than being stuck out in the middle of nowhere, so that's what it's like out here. If you can help someone out, you go and do it. So, because you never know when you might need the favour repaid.
As Matt was saying, he helped some other people out with electrical problems and that, and yeah, like if you're out there on the road and you see someone stuck, just jump over and ask them if they're right or whether they need a hand. If you can help them, help them. If not, even if it's getting to the next town and letting someone there know to come out to recover them or whatever sort of thing. So yeah, always when you're out there, be neighbourly and help each other out.
Yeah, 100%.
Cheers. Thanks again, Matt.
No worries.
Cheers, Rolly. Oh, I was going to shake your hand, don't leave me hanging. Okay, guys, so yeah, we made it out to the dead centre. We've got the memorial here. It's got the flagpole. There's a chain around it with some padlocks and that. And the Lambert Centre is named in honour of Dr. Bruce Philip Lambert, OBE 1912 to 1992. As Director of Australia's Division of National Mapping and Chairman of the National Mapping Council from 1951 to 77, Dr. Lambert was responsible for coordination of national geodetic and levelling surveys mapping of Australia, the seabed of the continental shelf and the Australian Antarctic Territory. As a United Nations expert in geodesy and cartography, an Australian representative of several international organisations concerned with surveying and mapping, he made a significant contribution to the world cartography. This site is the geographical centre of the Australian mainland. It is the most appropriate place to commemorate Dr. Lambert's widespread activities and achievements in the national field. Now out here, there is a toilet block over in the distance. However, it's been demolished or trashed many, many years ago because there is people out here that just don't look after what is around. There's also a book which is in good or whatever you want to call it, yeah, good repair or good condition. It's in this old 20 litre fuel jerry to protect it from the elements. If you get the book out, it's in a tray, and they've even got a biro, so please don't knock the biro off because not everybody has a biro and people like to sign the visitor's book. If you look through here, this one goes back to early 20, so it's been here a couple of years. But yeah, you can look through and people have signed it from all over the place. Brisbane, Air South Australia, Cairns, Williamstown, Gawler East, Newcastle, UK, France. Alright, so from all over the world people have actually signed this book. It's pretty cool. Richmond, Victoria, Newcastle, New South Wales, South Australia, all over the joint. Make sure you put your name in it and so that you've been out here. Also, different people have been out here and stuck their stickers around the place. Who have we got over here? Your Mate's Brewery from the Sunshine Coast. Piney from Piney's Pie Review. How you going, Piney? Hope you're doing well, mate. Keep those pie reviews coming on Facebook. And then on the back, there's a few more. There's ours. And the lads from Off-Road TV who we met yesterday. Anyway, it's a free camp. You can have a fire out here. The road isn't too bad. Obviously we've got our big beast and our caravan out here. Bit of sandy tracks, a lot of corrugations, a few of these scrubby trees that you can see around, but other than that, it's not too bad. So if anyone tells you that you can't get a big van out here, we've got our 23.6 and our Ram out here without a problem. The only problem we had was my stupidity locking the keys in the car. Anyway guys, that is the dead centre of Australia. From here we're moving on to Mount Dare. We'll pull into the pub for a feed and then off to Dalhousie Springs for a bit of a swim.
time. There is nothing we can do. Stop this plague from breaking through. Don't come round and waste my time.
The road from Fink to Mount Dare.
I think it's Mount Dare Road. I think it's Mount Dare Road. Grab the footage.
Coming into Mount Dare after a very bumpy trip from Fink.
Hey guys, we're at Dalhousie Springs. Over the back over there they have quite a good little toilet set up. I'm not sure if there's any showers in there, but there's definitely toilets.
There's showers.
Okay, there are showers. The camp is fairly spread out, goes right over the back over there. Looks like there's some sort of a phone tower there. I haven't actually checked my phone for reception or internet, but I'll do that when we get back. Dirt little campgrounds, a couple of little pergolas like this around the place. And then they have these little walking tracks over to the swim holes, which is over in the distance. You can see some stuff over there, that's where the swim hole is. Got the essentials, now some chips, and we're going for a swim.
Someone's lost their undies.
You need a spare pair of jocks, mate, there's some here.
Spare pair of jocks?
Yeah.
Dalhousie Springs is like a large upside-down shower rose discharging water from the Great Artesian Basin through approximately 80 holes called Mound Springs.
Good job. How many beers are in there? You think we've got enough?
Oh, I got myself a floaty.
Well, there's a fish in here called the Dalhousie Gobby, so be careful.
Dalhousie Gobby, it sounds something sexual. Morning guys, just woke up a bit after 6 AM and heading down for a bit of a swim. You can see the sun's coming up, beautiful orange glow in the sky, a few people migrating down to the swim site. So, another little misdemeanor. My cable fell out and obviously smashed on the rocks. And according to the roadhouse at Mount Dare, picked up another one, $38. So make sure you carry a spare with you just for these occasions. Probably cost you somewhere between 10 and $20 from Super Cheap Auto. And the other things that we did was we broke the pipe for the shower. We also broke the pipe where the water comes out.
And a broken pipe there. You got some help again?
Yeah, I've got Matt again, Matt from Cessnock. But also from Short Destinations. Check his channel out, Short Destinations.
Morning guys, we've left Dalhousie Springs and we're just a couple of 100 metres from the Dalhousie ruins. We're just going to stop and have a little bit of a look around and then head on down to Unadada. Hopefully drama free. Hey guys, we're at the Dalhousie ruins now. The plaques out the front are a little bit trashed, probably because of the weather. Aboriginal people lived here for around 15,000 years before pastoralists arrived in 1870. The lower southern... Dave? There's no frogs around here, we're in the desert. The lower southern... Yeah, forget that bit.
It says the lower southern...
What's that?
Aranis and Wangaroo people continue to live with and care for this land during the pastoral era. The history between the traditional owners and European pastoralists is a shared one. Bonds that were created during this time are still present and are reflected in the way the park is co-managed. Local Aboriginal people recall how their parents, aunties and uncles were born at this site. It has been used for traditional law and customs for many generations. Please respect its culture significance by staying on paths and leaving everything as you find it. And over here, it's got a little bit of a map. And the map shows you there's a well up the back. There's a blacksmith over here, workers' quarters, the homestead. There's a shed there. The other stuff's sort of faded out, so I'm not sure what it actually says. Over here's some stockyards.
But if you want to do the complete hike, it's 1 hour return apparently with 1 kilometre, taking in all the sites. Anyway, if you're passing this way, if you've been to Dalhousie Springs and you're heading down towards Unadada, stop in at the ruins. It's only 9 kilometres from the springs. The view is magnificent. And it's just a good history lesson if you've got children. They can read the plaques, what's left of them. So there you have it, Dalhousie ruins. So this is the road from Dalhousie Springs past the ruins, and we're heading towards Hamilton.
Hey guys, from Hamilton Station. So far the road has been perfect. I've actually been able to reach 90 kilometres an hour, sitting on 79, 80 at the moment. But the road is beautiful. It's very sandy sort of a base. Only a few rattles, no big holes or potholes or anything like that. But yeah, definitely a change from what we've been on. Having said that, I'm not sure how long it's going to stay like this. Looks like it's already going back to the bad stuff.
We've just jinxed ourselves.
But for about, I don't know, probably 20-30 k's at least, it was like lush road. Still like it is now. It's still pretty good. I'd have this road any day over some of the other roads we've been on. There's one throwing rocks up everywhere. Just a big dust plume. What?
See ya, Oodnadatta?
Yeah, see you dude in that. It's that time again, joke time with Dave. Hey Roz,
Yeah, Dave.
what kind of shoes do ninjas wear?
No idea.
Sneakers. Catches.